People ask me every day, what's the key to success? The key is working hard every day and never giving up on your dreams. When you fail, you learn off your mistakes. It's a lesson. You only fail in life when you quit. So the key is never give up. Keep going. Let's get it.
What's going on, you guys? So, Danny Garcia, it's looking like he's starting to get back into the groove of things, out here doing interviews and pretty much telling people what he wants to do next. Hit that like button for your boy. Give me that HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special on the road to 11,000 subscribers. But Danny Garcia spoke about Errol Spence, the Spence-Ugas fight, and the guys that he would like to fight next, right? And he gave his thoughts on the Errol Spence fight. Of course, Danny Garcia shared the ring with all the top welterweights, except for Dennis Ugas. But he shared the ring with everybody besides Ugas and Terrence Crawford. So he's familiar with these guys. He spoke about Errol Spence. He said that the Pacquiao fight would have been a more competitive fight with Spence versus Ugas because the way Ugas uses his distance, et cetera, et cetera. However, he thinks that Errol Spence should beat Dennis Ugas. It's going to be close, but he thinks Spence is going to get the job done. Ugas has showed a shaky chin in the past, etc. And he feels that Spence is going to be strong and, do what he got to do to get the job done. Then he spoke about the guys that he would like to fight. He named off some guys, right? Keith Thurman again. I believe he said Kell Brook or somebody like that, right? And then he said, Mikey Garcia. The guy asked him, what about Terrence Crawford? The guy asked him, what about Terrence Crawford? He proceeded to say Mikey Garcia, and then he was kind of stumbling over saying Terrence Crawford. It was kind of funny when you hear it. You're like, oh, see, when he said Terrence Crawford name, he was like, he was choking up and shit. And then he finally said, yeah, me and Terrence be a good fight, but not right now. Like, somewhere down the line, that's a big fight because I believe we got history, blah, 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 et cetera, because, they fought each other in the amateurs.
I didn't
Straight to the big name.
I didn't speak no names yet.
Right.
But I would love to fight Thurman again. I would love to fight Kell Brook.
Crawford, maybe.
I would love to fight Mikey Garcia or potentially a Crawford fight.
Right.
Not next, but that's a big fight because we have a history, and I feel like he needs somebody like me. Like I said before, there's no big fight in the welterweight division without Danny Garcia. All you gotta do is look at the numbers.
So Danny Garcia, he wants to say that one, like, you know what, I'll fight these other guys. I'll fight Keith Thurman. I'll fight these other dudes. But I'll say Kumite Crawford. I'll say that for last, man. I ain't trying to deal with that right now. We got history, and rightfully so. Danny Garcia kind of got to get in the groove with things. We haven't seen him since his fight with Errol Spence Jr. That was a long time ago, right? Errol Spence Jr. had a camp prior, right? And then he, so pretty much 2 fights since Danny's fight with him. So, yeah, Danny Garcia needs to get back in the groove of things. Who should Danny Garcia fight? I mean, all these guys are pretty tough. I know he's not looking to fight guys like Jerron Ennis or any of those dudes, right? Danny's just not doing that. But one thing he did say is look at the numbers. I mean, there's no big fight in the division without Danny Garcia. He said, you need me. Basically, he would say, yo, you need me because I put butts in seats. That's what Danny Garcia was saying, right? He said his fight with Keith Thurman packed the Barclays 6,500, right? I mean, 16,500 people, right? That's what Danny said. 16,500 people in the Barclays with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's very next fight against Josecito Lopez, nobody showed up. Nobody cared. Sean Porter packed the house, 14,000, right? Barclays packed the house, 14,000. Sean Porter's very next fight against Ugas, nobody cared. Nobody showed up, right? So that's what Danny Garcia is saying. He's saying he's the guy to fight in the division. Even still, since boxing fans haven't seen him, and to be honest, casual fans are familiar with Danny Garcia. I mean, my mom is a Danny Garcia fan. So, yeah, Danny Garcia does have fans out here from a casual standpoint. So, he may have a point. And then if you look at the numbers, I mean, he's worth more, surprisingly to a lot of people. If you don't know now, he's worth more than a lot of these guys. So, Danny Garcia is somewhat of like the low-key money man over there on the PBC welterweight side. He just don't be fighting as much. We just don't see Danny fight. But Danny look like he's been training. It's looking like he's trying to get back into the groove of things. And Danny Garcia, if he got anything left, he needs to go ahead and put his all into the whatever rest he's got. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point of, just kind of lingering around on the outside of the sport, watching everybody else? You might as well go ahead and hop up in there and make the best of it, especially if you a guy that can draw, you a guy that puts butts in seats, and you a guy that could put up a good fight for anybody in the division. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.